Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on this 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, because right now we have some very interesting things happening inside the charts, because especially over the last day or so, we've seen a bunch of these strange candles back to back, where we closed the candles basically exactly at the point of the open. Now, we do have this bearish divergence here on the 4-hour time frame, which is when you have higher highs in the Bitcoin price and lower highs in the RSI momentum indicator. This typically points towards a break from all of this bullish price action here. So either in the form of some bearish momentum or some choppy sideways price action. But apart from that, if you take a look at the 1-hour time frame, this is now actually showing a bullish divergence, pointing towards a break from all of this bearish price action here. Again, either with some choppy sideways price action or some bullish momentum in the short term. So how do we analyze a situation like this? Well, I think the key level to watch right now is actually this 0.236 Fibonacci level sitting at about 67,000 US dollars. Because in the case that we lose this as a level of support on that 4-hour time frame, I do think it is likely that we are going to the next Fibonacci level below that, which is the 0.382 Fibonacci level, sitting at about 65.5K. Now, one rule of thumb that I always use when analyzing the charts is that the higher time frames actually take precedent over the lower time frames. So in this case, we have a bearish divergence on the 4-hour and a bullish divergence on the 1-hour. And therefore, I am going to favor this 4-hour bearish divergence here until I see some kind of clear reversal signal where we start breaking this structure on the 4-hour time frame, for example. So moving on to the bigger support and resistance levels for Bitcoin, for example, on this 1-day time frame. Currently, this is starting to look like a rejection from this big level of resistance, sitting from 67.5K all the way up to 70,000 US dollars. And again, if we now break below that Fibonacci level that I just showed you, then likely we will be falling into this next big level of support below that, sitting from 66,000 all the way down to 65,000 US dollars. As always, it is tough to make a call when we are trading on a critical level of support like we are right now. However, if you watch my videos over the past 2 weeks or so, then you will definitely have seen this massive pump coming here, because basically the break of this trend line is something that I exactly was looking out for before we even broke it. And then when we broke this trend line here, I specifically said like, hey, we got this breakout retest, and now likely resumption comes next. So looking back at this analysis here, it's beautiful to see how that actually played out. And we have caught the majority of this move here. Now, as I said, the critical level to watch is this 67K level, because breaking below that, we are likely to come down and grab this big pocket of liquidity here at about 66.4K for the Bitcoin price, where we would take out about $250 million worth of long positions. Currently on this 2-week time frame, most of the liquidity is sitting as low as about 61.6K for the Bitcoin price. However, I do think the chances of us grabbing this like tomorrow or something are quite low, because definitely we would first need to see a break of some critical levels of support before we can even start talking about coming down to grab a bunch of liquidity here. And besides that, if you just look at this 1-year time frame, in fact, most of the liquidity is by far to the upside. For example, sitting at 70.5K for the Bitcoin price. I do think we are going to punish all of these people that are shorting Bitcoin with leverage in the middle of a bull run. Now, lastly, if we take a look at the Bitcoin ETF flow tables, yesterday we actually got a net inflow of about $300 million. So again, guys, this obviously has an upwards pressuring effect on the Bitcoin price. And if we really see these inflows continue, then likely we are going to see the Bitcoin price being pushed up partially by these Bitcoin ETFs, just continuing to buy hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin every single weekday here. Of course, if we see their behavior change here, where the inflows really start to slow down, or even that they flip bearish and they start getting net outflows of people taking profits, then we should see that as a warning signal. But for now, that is not the case. So that is why for now, all I can simply say is that we are still holding this 0.236 Fibonacci level, and there isn't really too much going on. We are simply chopping sideways with that bearish divergence and that bullish divergence at the same time. and the result of that is just this choppy sideways price action. So this has been today's market update. If you are interested in some more long-term analysis, I just posted a Bitcoin long-term analysis video yesterday, specifically for the members of the channel. So if that is something that you're interested in, feel free to become a channel member, where you will get access to that video and a bunch of other videos that I've created in the past. And this analysis that I do in those videos is quite different from what I do in my regular videos day to day here. Either way, this has been today's market update. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.